we are going to be working again on our All-Stars Atlantic Mercy from Overwatch. Hopefully, cross fingers, for the TwitchCon 2019 Cosplay Contest. So yeah. And thank you, Emperor, for the new follow also. Much love. Hi, Rev Knight. Hi, Bearded Cuban. Welcome on and good morning. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of work yesterday, and I also did a lot of work on Wednesday. So I've got tons to show you, and today will also be a messy stream. If you notice, we have our one camera right now. It's because our other camera is going to be set up at my workbench over there. So you'll get to see a lot of EVA foam sanding today, and a lot of black foamy mess going everywhere. But before we do that, let's show you what I did. So first, you see this. All of these right here are actually my blade extensions for my Mercy wings. You can kind of see it. This is like the smallest one. These are 0.03 of an inch plexiglass. And if you follow me on my private Patreon exclusive Instagram, you might have noticed I posted a couple stories about this and how I was a little bit grumpy. And yeah, so I was under the impression that the plexiglass was gonna come flat and was going to be a solid sheet, and it came on a box that was like that long, and it was a square or like a rectangle like that. Obviously it was rolled. So that was a nightmare to deal with, and I just like sat there in front of the box and I was just like about to cry. I was like, no, because it took like almost 2 weeks to come in, and like I had planned on all of this, and so yeah, I've been having to work with a lot of it to make it work. I'll show you the full roll actually. So this is the plexiglass that came in. Yeah. And I kind of made it work. Basically, I used a heat gun in my garage, and each one of these, which were bent and curled and stuff, I heated them up, and they would start curling, and I have a couple of shelves, and after the whole thing was heated up, I'd put the shelf on top, and I'd sit for about like a few minutes. So they're not flat, but they'll work. You can already see when I do this how there's a little bit of a wrinkly kind of waviness, and that's just because of heating up. Otherwise it was nice and flat and smooth when I first got it. Yeah, so sad day, but we're making it work. So all of the 12 wing blades are done. This one is just one of the understructure ones. And then they go all the way to our largest one, which is this one. So if you can imagine, my Mercy wings, woot, that'll be the largest one. I think it should come maybe there, maybe. In total, I'm supposed to be around 6 feet across when they open fully. So yeah, and I did a test print of this. And this thing is my bone structure for the wings, and this is the top part. So with this, there's a hole here, and a carbon fiber tube is gonna go inside of it, and that's gonna lock it to the piece that's gonna come here, as well as pins. All of these pieces are where the plexiglass will, once I shave it to the exact shape, will end up laying inside of it, and then these little doohickeys will lock in place, and then I have these pins that I'm gonna epoxy in there, so the blade will actually be stuck through there and permanently encased. And then this one will have the 3 wings here, it'll detach, and the bottom 3 wings will be down here. I hope that made sense. But it's the same exact process, pretty much how I did my Pink Mercy wings, just we're doing the wing extensions, and instead of doing a T-bar for the for holding the pieces together, we're doing these little inserts. So yeah. But it should go roughly like that. And I know you're probably thinking, but it's so flimsy. Well, we also will have, it'll be sandwiched as well with EVA foam, which we'll be working on today. So, yeah. Make sure they all fit the same way. Ah! There we go. So, all together. Okay. Other stuff that I did, let's forget. I finished our shoes that we were working on last stream. So the shoe is fully covered on the foam. It's been heat treated. And then the back. I know the lighting's not the best. We have not been able to hang up all of my lighting yet. And then this little character is the boot cover, and it is not going to be attached to it permanently. Once I finish everything, it's going to be attached with Velcro. Reason being, when you put it on, it covers the zipper, and I want to be able to get this on and off really easily. And then also for transportation, it does kind of stick out a little bit, and it's a lot easier to transport it when it's flat, or I can move it to a different spot. So that is our shoe from last stream, which will then be like that. She's looking good. Ah, thanks. And then I finished. I think we did some. I think we glued some of this, but this is the hip piece, and it'd be so much better if I had an overhead camera, but we don't have that today. And it goes right here, so the skirt will kind of be held with it. Hi Jim, welcome on. And then the last thing I did is I made these funny looking things. They look kind of like boobies to me, so I'm gonna say that out loud. But these are actually the shoulder pads. So here, and then it'll attach with Velcro to the fabric up here, and I'll probably do some type of elastic band where my thumbs are right now, just to kind of hold it in place, because otherwise it just floats there like magic. So, but yeah, this was a full day of work, all of this. And then the blades I did all this morning and cutted them out, tracing them all and stuff, and yeah. So, woot! Ah! You hear magic is the most important part of the costume? Yes. Yes, very much so. Okay, so that's pretty much all the show and tell I have for what I did since our last stream. Oh, reminder that today is the last day of my birthday sale. If you use, in all caps, TIFFBDAY, TIFF B-Day, at checkout on my website, you can get 20% off your total order. That is all prints, all blueprints. So yeah, and if you do order a print, I'm shipping prints out tomorrow for everybody that's ordered one during this event. So much love, guys, and website right down there, www.tiffanygordon.cosplay.com. So check it. You got a few more hours left on that sale. Okay, so I'm gonna push this to the side temporarily, and let's guess what we're working on first. I think we're gonna do this. And what I just got out, this is the breastplate, or the detail one, and it goes like that. And then there's this, you know, there's just a little moon detail and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna have to sand a bunch of things on this. and then it all gets attached to this and we'll end up sanding on these as well. So, let's see, what do I want to do first? I think I'm actually going to glue it first. We'll do that. Gluing board. Priscilla, thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. Much love, and you'll be in the scrolly thing on my next stream, as well as you have my You Tried Star emote, you have the Tiffany holding a heart, and the Tiffany holding the high sign. So, yay! Thank you for your support. Let me write it down real quick. Coolio. Yeah! And those, the two Tiffany emotes, not the star one, but the two ones of me were done by Mr. Just Great. So, thank you. Okay. Sorry. We're going to heat treat these first before we glue them. You watched my last video of the shoe while working on your Geralt cosplay. It was very motivating. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I love mushroom. I actually did a Geralt myself. I did a Ciri, a Triss, and a Yennefer. Okay. Sounds like so much work. Yeah, and that one, I did that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I did it, I made everybody in my group's costume, and so I did wooden swords, all of the pendants and the Ciri belt were all copper that were electric etched and patinaed, hand die formed, everything had leather work. It was a lot! But it was a lot of fun as well. I occasionally will go back to them and kind of redo them. I redid my Yennefer a while back. I'll probably still do it again. And then my Ciri, I would love to go back and redo her now that I have a proper wig. We'll look forward to seeing if I do again. Yeah. I have them available, like how I made them and everything on my website if you're curious, as well as blueprints for them. For the swords and for the pendants and belt. To work on the swords. Yeah, the swords were a little bit difficult. I do all of my swords now 3D printing, but those were my original ones that I did out of wood, and I didn't have the proper tools for doing all of the like exact shapes. So the blueprints are there, but the like my Ciri sword, the shape of the hilt is not correct. So, hi Crimson, welcome on. Meet boop. Yeah, no, most of my swords I do 3D printing. I use now ABS, and I do a structure inside of them called carbon fiber tubing, and that's just to help support them. I've done foam props before and wooden ones, and I kind of mix everything up, but that seems to be the most supported way, I guess, or best results, most accurate. I don't know. Words. Okay. Oh, I did want to do. Boop, boop. Have to do pictures. So we have them for our video later. All right, so we're gonna cover this whole entire thing with contact cement glue now. Open the window. How's your day going, Crimson? Yay, smelly. Yeah, the plan for this weekend is to have all of my my wings printed out, the bone structure of them, and to hopefully have the blades of the wings done. And then I need to start doing the CAD for the harness. So yeah, we're getting close on submission time, but we're gonna have a lot of stuff done to at least show, and a lot of big pieces. Like the skirt was a big thing I wanted to get done because I knew that was gonna show a lot of color. And because it's an entry that's not gonna be finished, I wanted to show this is how my coloring will be throughout the piece. Here's all the foam pieces that are not done yet, but here's at least you can get an idea of my craftsmanship and how everything will look in the end. So hopefully that'll be okay. I don't know. I don't know. And this weekend's still moving things out of. You think my attention to detail is really good? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I love details. But as y'all know, I'm still in the process of moving things, and so on Saturday I have to go back to my old place and finish getting some stuff. I have to go to the P.O. box and send packages off. I have to go to Spectrum and give back my cable box and internet box thingies or whatever router stuff. So, long day, but I'll be able to stop at the fabric store too and get the top part is gonna be a purple and a blue type of fabric. Not known yet. So I'll be doing that. And I'm thinking we'll probably do the boobs we'll do probably out of Wardla, and then we'll cover them in fabric as the base structure. Surprise fabric, yes. I always have in my head a vision of what fabric looks like. I'm terrible with fabric names, even though I kind of have a little bit of a degree that deals with it. But how I walk through stores is I touch everything when it comes to fabric. I know the feeling just by touching it, what type of material and what it's gonna do. Can't tell you the name of them, but I can tell you all of that. And by the looks and the colors and stuff, and I try to get it as close as possible. The other option that I have, but I'll have to prioritize that if I can't find my fabric this weekend, is actually making the fabric myself. I have an account on Spoonflower. I actually have a few fabric designs available for Pink Mercy on there. And where I do the color and the texture and everything, and I can choose the fabric that I want. So if I can't find the exact fabric or something that looks anywhere close, then I'll be doing that. But I'll have to really do like overnight shippings and stuff on those, because that's gonna get pricey. That's really cool that you just know that. Yeah, I mean, it'd be better if I actually knew the names though. I can't buy fabric online. So the one place I'm talking about, Spoonflower, I have a whole sample booklet of all of their, they have like 30 different types of fabric in there, and then they have their color printing tessellate thing, like, I don't know what they're called. All of these. So it tells you the fabric, and then it lets you see when they print on your design what it'll look like. You can test the stretching and everything. This is the only place that I'll buy online. Otherwise, I don't do that. I buy in person. You can't buy online either, but you bought this fabric for your Zoom coat, and after stacking a couple of layers and it's thick and heavy and uncomfortable. Spoon flower. And they have a lot of already, they have a lot of stuff already designed on there. So if you're looking for like a chainmail print, that's where I get mine. Because that is a lot of times really hard to find. And it also lets you where you can design your own, and it'll teach you how to do it and how to, like, you don't even have to sell your stuff. You can just print it your, whatever you want. Hi Ars, welcome on. Yes, chainmail fabric. I know a lot of Joann's, and if they have hand-caught fabric still, I don't know if they do or not. None around me. But a lot of times you go there, and the only chainmail fabric I've found that I actually like is Yayahan's, but it's never in the stores, and I don't, like, you can't order that online. So I found this place, and you can do it in any type of fabric. So you can even do it in swimsuit material, you can do it in like a cotton or on a satin kind of one, and there you go. So that's my go-to. But I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm gonna use this as a mirror. There you go, a little less crazy. Okay, that is the only thing that we're gonna do right now. So we're waiting for these to dry. Take a quick picture. Oops, smelliness. So we'll end up putting this piece and this piece together, and then we'll go over to the workbench and we'll start sanding. And then this one, I can just take all of these over there. We want to do a little guideline for me. And if you are new, welcome. We typically will have an overhead view of everything, but because we are going to be doing most of our work at a workbench today, that is taken over. In the future, we will be getting a third webcam, so yay. Just have not been able to yet. He's there. I'm gonna go ahead and switch our camera view. There we go. We're still waiting just a teensy bit longer for this to dry. And it'll be a little bit noisy, so if it's too noisy, let me know and I'll move the mic. If you can't hear the music, I'll turn that up to... Oh yeah, good old Texas warmth. Yeah. It's... At least it's kind of cloudy today. Yesterday when I was doing everything, I had to keep the AC at 85, and it was still kicking on every few minutes because it was over 100 outside. But ventilating is very important when you use contact cement glue. Okay, so we're going to attach our two pieces together now. Yeah, if you're cold right now, come to Texas. won't be cold anymore. For sure, so many headaches that could have been avoided. Oh yeah. Yeah, when I do a lot of contact cement gluing, I also will close my door to my studio because I have a cat and I don't want her breathing the fumes. And I'll also sometimes wear my respirator. But I try not to on stream as much as possible because I know it's really hard for y'all to hear me. So. Okay. Picture. Okay. So we just put it together. And now we're gonna go and sand everything. So let's go over that. Okay. We'll see how long my phone can stay clean. Probably not very long. And I typically use my face shield. It makes it a lot easier to not get your eye poked out. Okay. That. We're gonna switch out this. This is just basically a fancy Dremel, and then I put on my sanding drum on here, and then I'm going to turn the vacuum on. Such a good setup, thanks. Yeah, my old job, I was a jewelry designer and a metalsmither. So I used to set stones and rings, and I would design them and do them CAD work. So all of my tools are from that job and from going to college for this. Thank you. Almost lost it. That. It looked like that beforehand. Now we're doing the other one. And if you're wondering, my clutch shaft Dremel, it's controlled by a foot pedal. So I don't have a switch or anything on here. And I'm not worrying about the back right now because it's all going to be glued. And once it's glued, then we'll be shaping the back. won't be able to see all the way. and match it to the opposite side. Yeah, the whole doing the individual pieces on this costume has been a little interesting looking. Because together it looks so cool. Like separate it's a little weird, to say the least. Certain elements of it. But that's the cool part, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll look a little bit. Hi, Miley, welcome on. How are you today? Looks like a spaceship. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome on. Yeah, we're actually working on the breastplate elements. So the boobies would be right here and here. Like this whole side's awkward now. We're trying to align it and hold it. I really enjoy the sculpting elements of working with film and doing this. Go over it a little bit more. So much foam! Okay. We're almost done doing the standing orders. Reminds you of what your bro said on getting serious into it's a messy thing, foam working. It was funny when I was cleaning out my studio at my old place. I had to wipe down the entire wall because it had, you couldn't see anything, but when you touched it, there was like a clean spot when you wiped it, and everything else then was black. It was kind of nothing so serious like power tools. Yeah. Okay, I didn't have to use a saw this time to cut my wings out though, so that was nice. Okay. And then my circle's a little off. I want to kind of just touch that up. It's close. Okay. He wants to improve your Kirito costume? Oh, nice! Okay. It's off for a second. I'm gonna switch out to my smaller sanding drum. My favorite one is this one instead, because it's got the quick action release right here. But this one I have to use the chuck key. Okay. Hi Dagmar, welcome on. Love my craftiness. Aw, thanks. How are you today? There we go. Now I can get that in. Nice looking shape. I think this is the only other spot. There we go. Excuse me, want to improve my front foot? Okay. Are the different sanding bits at a different grip? No, these are just the same one, but they're different sizes. So if you see the head sizes, and so this one I used to get into the smaller ones. I just used whatever was on it. I've never gone through one of these in the 2.5, 3 years I've been working with foam. Otherwise, I'll use these actually for metalworking and stuff. So I've got a bunch of other ones, like let's see if I can show you. So I've got all of my other tools on here. Some of those, some of these. These are for sanding. Oh, sorry, y'all can't see. Maybe y'all can see there? Maybe? But all of these are for doing metal smithing, buffing, these for cleanup. Got all of my diamond bit stuff, pullness wheels. These are really excellent on bronze. And then this right here, if you put this inside of here, it goes down in there and you put a drill bit in. And then you can pull this down and drill through your pieces. Yeah. But you gotta remember, I was a jewelry designer, so this is a typical setup for a jewelry smith. And it's my jewelry workbench too. So, okay, let us go back to the other area real quick. And I'll eventually fix the camera. I think there's some right there. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Okay. So is anybody else bored at work right now? I do get a lot of people that are bored at work that come on, so thank you. Also, if you're lurking, thank you. All right, so we have all these pieces. I'm gonna what I like to do is I spray a paper towel. You can use water, or I just have simple green right here. And I just do a kind of light covering over it to help just pick up some of the extra EVA foam dust before gluing. It also keeps it a little more cleaner since I am working inside and the ground is carpet. Ideally, have a studio that doesn't have carpet in it. Such a good tip, yeah. The other thing for doing this is when you're completely done and you're about to spray Plasti Dip on it, wipe it off too, because that'll help your Plasti Dip stick to your foam a lot better. If you're a full-time college student and you don't have time to work, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I do this with my 3D printing stuff too when I assemble them. Each coat after sanding and stuff, I always wipe it down. So here's our piece that we just sanded all of the elements on. You can be bored at college too. Yes, yes, you can. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick heat treat over all of these elements again, and the ones that we just sanded, and then we will glue them. So we're gonna have to open the windows once more. I do apologize, I don't have my overhead camera because we just used it at our workbench, so that camera got moved. We'll get a new camera soon. So what are you studying in college, Trevor? All right. Oh. This window is so much easier than my old place. Oh, I need, we'll be over there in a second. All right, so this one is gonna go at the bottom here. So we're gonna add some glue real quick. And then, like I said beforehand, one side I use for gluing, the other side is nice and clean and I use for cutting. And Excel blades, thanks. Hi, Akin, welcome on. Am I gonna be at San Japan? Most likely not this year, unless they invite me to be a guest. What are my favorite games? I'd probably have to say Assassin's Creed. I am such a fan of that. I've played almost all of them. We've played on stream, because I do gaming streams as well, just not lately because we're working on this. We played through all of Origins, all of Odyssey. We tried to do Unity. I did not like Unity, so we didn't finish that one actually. I thought there was another Assassin's Creed that I streamed for y'all. I don't remember, but I've done like all of them. But those are the ones that I particularly streamed. I'm a collector. Oh, Monster Hunter was really good too. I did a cosplay from that. I did the Xeno Jiva Beta Armor set. And yes, I pretty much it. Okay. Be similar, but you can animate the sculptures that you make. Oh, okay. And then next, I need to put glue on the back side of this. And then hopefully we'll have my Mercy wings, like working on those. You still have your old, yeah. So my old place, my lease doesn't end until August 11th. So I've been slowly moving things out. Like I have just about everything, but there's some stuff that I'm selling and it's still there. So I'm gonna try to put it on Craigslist. And then just like, I still have to clean some things. I don't think I'm gonna get my renter's deposit back just because they didn't prime the walls when they painted the place, and it's like a new place. And so all the little spongy things that you use to try to clean off marks on the walls just goes, like the paint's gone and then it's to the drywall. So yeah, and I have a couple of stains on the wall where I stored some of my leather. It just, I don't know, the oil in the leather like marks the wall. So yeah. But I think my deposit on that place was only like $200, so it's not as bad as losing like a full month's rent. But yeah, you're gonna force yourself to finish the girl coat. Nice. Arms for months now. In the States, you have to pay rent until the end of the lease date. Yes. So even if I gave them the keys now, I'd still have to pay rent until that day. Just because, I mean, they have different ones, but my contract for this apartment place or my old place was until that day. And so I can move out anytime beforehand, but if I moved out earlier, I'd have to pay, I think it was like $6,500. No, we're not paying that. I'd rather pay rent. So yeah, because you're breaking a contract if you do that and whatnot. So I'm just paying an extra month of rent there since I just moved in here like on the 1st or something. So it works out though. Yeah. And then it goes on your record forever. Like if you want to rent anywhere else, they have it saying you ended your lease on this time early, and then it makes your credit go down and all this other stuff. They don't do that in your area? Well, that's lucky. I'm hoping I also might go swimming. It's got a little bit of stormy clouds, a little bit, so it may rain, but I would love to go out and go swimming. Okay, so our glue is done drying, so we're going to attach these pieces. Do our star first. Okay, and then we're gonna do all the little elements. They used to, but it was like a huge problem. Yeah, apartments are not the best. Like the place I'm at right now, like the garbage is supposed to be included in the rent and everything, and I don't know if the landlord just like I don't really know, but the garbage people have not been picking up ours. So yeah, trying to find out like were we supposed to go and call them and set it up, or because you didn't say anything. And the trash cans are already there. Normally, if there's normally when you move out of like places, they'll take the trash can with you, and you have to set that up separately and all this other stuff. You. Okay, I think I got it in place. I'll take a really quick little picture. So here's the moon that we just added, the moon and star. So now what we need to do is we're gonna go back, we're gonna sand all of these edges. Also, where we just glued these pieces together, we're gonna sand and round all of the back, especially here, and make it so it's not a sharp edge. And this again goes right there. So, to the other camera. And we're gonna close the window. Okay. Done. Cool. And cheers with some water. Setup is okay. There we go. Put my face shield on again. I haven't fully unloaded my stuff yet. Darn, I don't have it. I used to have like this little broomy thing to kind of wipe off my mask, but it's not here. Okay, back them on again. We're gonna switch, actually, turn off what it is. I'm gonna switch my sanding drum. We're gonna go to the larger one. Rounding out all of our edges. Like, even though people don't see the back, it does so much more when you add just this little rounded spot. Because when these would be an actual product or something, they'd always be rounded slightly to help with not stabbing you. The only con you can go to is called Anime Oasis. I think I've heard of that one before. Yeah, my con schedule so far for this year, the rest of the year, is hopefully we'll get into the TwitchCon Cosplay Contest, and if I do, then I'll be going to TwitchCon. And then I'm also a guest in October at the Wichita Falls Comic Expo in Texas. questions while you're there. Would you play DayZ? Question mark. Okay. Because I've always been obsessed with DayZ. I love watching it, and I found a role player that is really great that I've been watching called the Jam Jar, TEH for the, and he's been making me want to play DayZ now again, so I may play that. I know you've been playing like the last couple of games with me, so I don't know. I know Crimson's been playing it a lot lately. Because he saw I was watching a streamer all the time, and I think that piqued his interest or something, I don't know. Anybody else play it? I love zombie games, you know that. Okay, I need to switch to my smaller sanding drum real quick. You haven't played it before? You recently got Rainbow Six Siege? Nice. Are you having fun with it? Yeah, I've been gifted a couple of games recently. I just haven't been able to play them. So thank you to all of y'all who love that. Other people make it look so easy. Yeah. Is that the one where I missed that one and then Counter-Strike, I think, or something. I mixed them up. But your characters at the beginning, you can have like a little motorized vehicle that you go around and you spot things, and then you have to go and like disable the bomb and all of that. Is that fun? You tried playing it? Yeah. That's exactly it. much nicer, and you've got the quick release action to make it easily on and off. But the problem is the Dremel attachments that you buy at like Home Depot and Lowe's, the piece that goes into it is too thick for this one. You just recently switched to PC? Yeah, that's the same with me. I used to always do Xbox, and now I do nothing but PC, and it's a little bit more difficult. with this, please. Cool. So here's all of that we just did. Yay. Back to the other place. So we're gonna see if I have anything on my face. Got a little bit of the fluff. Okay, we're gonna switch over to this one. Okay, and then the final thing is we're gonna do an all-over heat treat, and then we may bend it too. Oh, I need to do one little thing. I thought I switched it over. There we go. Had to take a picture. Oh, beauty. Yeah, this is, it's on YouTube, Best Female Vocal Dubstep Mix 1, let's see. Should be that. We'll save for later, okay. Yeah, it was on earlier something else, and then it automatically went to this one, so hopefully the link is still with us and not the original one. Okay, and then I'm gonna heat up the underboob areas, I guess, and we're gonna slightly bend them. treated. Y'all can all go there. And momentarily, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and I think I'll have a piece of chocolate. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're enjoying the stream and you are new here, welcome, and press that follow button. It is greatly appreciated. And I will be back momentarily. Welcome back. Okay, I brought some chocolate, and I brought some Dr. Pepper. Cheers. It's like, need a little break from standing. Sorry, Chris. We'll chat again. Sit here. No, come back. Not Sprite for me. Used to when I was little, but it's too sweet now. Yeah, I like the Mexican coats. Those are my favorite in the glass bottle. They taste great. But otherwise, I do Dr. Pepper first and then a normal Coke. I don't like any of the diets. I don't like any of the flavored ones, so vanilla Coke, Or, I haven't tried, but supposedly there's a berry Dr. Pepper that they're doing right now. I don't think I want to try that, but that's out there. It's in a blue can. Yep. Okay, so with these, there is, let's see if I can get you to see it. There's a slight line that you can see, and I used an X-Acto blade, and if you barely puncture the foam and you heat treat it with a heat gun, it'll open that up. So it's a quick little tip on how to have nice little cuts. And that'll help in the end for me doing a light sand there and rounding edges. Actually, use this little guy again. I'm only gonna do half of it so I can show y'all. So this half has been heat treated, this half is not. So you can see where it's been heated up, that the X-Acto blade line opened up where the other side has not. Take us too long to do this. It's okay. You joined my Discord? Okay, cool. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I try to post when I'm streaming in there, but it's a good way for me where if anybody's working on a cosplay and they want to show me something, like especially when I'm streaming, then I can at least look at it there and kind of answer questions, or just for y'all to talk to each other. Like anybody, y'all can play games and use the Discord on there just like a normal one. You're in a server that's like 60 channels? Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I occasionally use that one for streaming or like for gaming with people. I don't know if anybody else uses it on their own or if they're just on there just because they want to be on it. But I try to have it where there's just like a general chat kind of one and a cosplay one, so that way if you have specific like cosplay related stuff you can put it there. But I'm not too good at the electronic stuff, so I don't really do much on that too much. I don't know. I like it when people post a lot of cat stuff, like cat videos and things. Good ones, not bad ones, but that or y'all can do like memes on it and shit. I don't care. Talks are better. You can do your dog one's terrible. Yeah, for Discords, I think I'm maybe a part of like the 2 that I have, and then I'm part of like maybe 3 other ones, or 3 or 4 other ones, but I don't really like, I don't want any more Discords to be a part of. It's too many. And I turn all the notifications off on all the other channels just because it's like, they'll get blasted and stuff, and it's like, I get so many notifications. We're gonna switch over to my other one real quick. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. We are doing this one, Music Bot, to you. This one's normally my go-to one. You will have to post pics of dogs. Okay. Your dog, he's getting his own. Sometimes he won't let you. Aw, I'm sorry. Yeah, Chella, she's getting older. I had to close off the bathroom that's connected to the studio because there's a windowsill in there that's a little bit higher, and she fell asleep on it the other night and fell off. Like, she just, I guess, rolled and just thumped on the side, and oh my gosh, it freaked me out. She's okay. But, yeah, so now the bathroom for her in that one is off limits. So. Okay. Now that we have all of these, we did the heat treat to all of them. We're gonna go in sand. These will be really quick, just zoop, 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 zoop on the edges. So switch over to that one. Our pile of other ones. Yeah, there's a bunch of other cosplayers on there, so if you have any questions on things, you put it in the cosplay Discord part. Try to get some people that can help you. You haven't played Witcher? Oh my gosh, you need to. It's great. Oh, your little hairs. There we go. So you can use it for LARP too. Nice! I love using leather when it comes to cosplay. authentic to me and feels so real. I've actually never seen LARPing before. I know where I live there's like apparently on the weekends they have a whole group that goes out to one of the parks, but so that's our little our first little diamonds. You've never done LARPing, but then again, this is your first cosplay too, so who knows? Well, you should try it. Let us all know. Do you know if there's like a community near you? Yeah, some people at the Kung Fu studio do it, but they're a bit secretive about it. Okay. That seems about right, honestly. They only want the people that, the people in the known to know about it. You go there and be like, what's the password? To get in for that week or something. Yeah, that's why I'm considering doing the, maybe doing role-playing on, JP. Because it looks like a lot of me. And we know I have tons of little voices that I do all the time. Okay, here's our next one. We're not doing the bottom of these. Good question. I know, that's like me. I don't know what mine is. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers? Nice. Amazon is making a free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO currently. I know the Amazon free-to-play cosplay one. I don't know if it's the same one though, but there's one that's in like alpha right now. But you have to be like, you can't stream it at all, and I don't even know if they've like released its name yet. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Okay, we're slowly getting through these guys. Your favorite movie is Jurassic Park? Nice. I really like dinosaurs. But I don't know, I like Jurassic Park, but I don't think it was like, I'm not going to be my favorite one. Jurassic World was a great reboot. Oh yeah, definitely. That one was really good. Making our way slowly through them. How much longer till you're off of work? You're back. Okay, take your time, sir. Slowly standing. We'll probably have to shift these a tiny bit more once we go into the other part. But they're looking decent so far. but I'm not exactly sure. Are you supposed to do a mission for him? Maybe he'll use my costume for the movie. Probably not, but that would be cool. I'm sure that they were going to use one. They'll use like one of the, what is it, Negragante or the, I can never say his name, but probably that armor. Releasing in 2020, okay. Okay, at last for the small ones. Yay! Okay. Take a break from loud noises real quick. Okay, we've got now all of these smaller ones that we gotta do. And that we're gonna be rounding the edges. And I do need to go inward in them, but I may just say fuck it and not do it. Now you just want to play, but your body's like potato mode activate. Oh, definitely. I understand that. I am just like, fried. Okay, let's finish knocking these out. We can do it. We can do it. Work has actually gotten done in 12 days on this costume. Like, we have gone full blast non-stop on this. also wanted to do a tutorial from JoJo Cosplay Contest with a single title. I've never seen the JoJo stuff before. I've heard tons of stuff and like all of the JoJo posing and things, but I don't know about it. It's something? Okay. One day I guess I'll check it out. Almost done. If I don't like gore and bizarre stuff, don't watch it. Okay. No, I'm totally fine with the gore stuff. Bizarre things, it depends on how bizarre I was talking. That comic book called Going to Look Up. Okay. Bradley? I missed what it said. Thank you for the $30 donation. Much love. And I totally missed what it said. Let me look in the thingy. I couldn't hear it. Happy belated birthday. This is what I had been meaning to send you. Actual birthday. Get it now? Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I will write it down and you'll be in the scrolly thing next episode. Yay! Back to sanding. Okay, so all of these, we did the outer edge, but now we have this inner one. And I'm just gonna use my smaller standing drum, and we're just gonna hit it very so quickly on this side, so it'll give a little bit more of an indentation. Back to noise again. What's everybody's favorite pizza? Lots of pepperoni, lots of cheese, light on the sauce, a deep dish. We made you pizza tonight too. Oh. Let me look at something. It does add so much more depth though if I do it. Oh, come, but I don't want to do that. You're a big Hawaiian fan? Yeah, don't tell me you're a pineapple person on your pizza. I guess let's just make this one work, and I'm not going to do the rest of them this way. I'm not a big fan with, like, normally it'll work, but I think because I have this so thin, it's not looking as nice. So, I'm gonna, I think, move this in there. Oh no, you're sorry to disgust you all. Gross. Okay, I'm just gonna do this a little bit out of the stream. That's how I normally do it, and it looks a lot nicer, and it does. But I know y'all probably can't see it very much. lot of fun. I can't wait for the new one. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my hands temporarily. And apparently my face, I got black all over, so I'll be back. Okay. Let's not get too much into politics, okay? But cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. I know, but even so, if it starts going other directions, we don't want to have that on part of the channel. Alright. We have all of this pile of blah. So, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna glue every one of these and every one of these. So there we shoot. Lots of gluing. For the larger ones, I do have to mark off where they're gonna be glued. I think we're actually done sanding, so I'll just move my camera over here real quick so y'all can see. So give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. There you go. Might be good if I tighten the camera. can see. Yay! Other camera's up now. Cool. So if you are new, this is what we normally have set up. Okay. Just mark real quick where we're gonna set it. Cat camera. It technically is named Cat Camera. Yes, there's the little kitty. Miss Chella. But because I'm doing all the gluing right now, she's not in the room. Does everyone play Overwatch? I do. I haven't played it in a while though. Hey, nice spaceship, welcome on. You love this one so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There we go. Does the cat have a Twitch channel? No, unfortunately not. But I normally will have like if I'm doing a gaming stream, I have a cat camera. And this one is technically my cat camera. But I don't want her to breathe the contact cement glue. Oh yeah, and I have Ches. So if you notice, Ches pops up and says stuff occasionally. That's because I have an actual rabbit. His name is Cesare. And I'd show you pictures, but you could just picture a ball of fluff and that's the same thing. So, have a good one. Okay, thanks. Thanks for stopping by, I guess. Okay. You got to go get stuff on for your birthday stream? Oh, well, happy birthday if it's your birthday today. Saw you on the way to Shotgun and say hi. Ah, okay, nice. My cat is more like a dog. She comes when I call. She also, like, she rides on my shoulder, and she's very intelligent. More than most cats. I found a lot of people, if they don't like cats, once they meet Chella, they like her. Sunday, okay. Well, happy almost birthday. You're unfortunately allergic to cats, even though you grew up with them. Aww. Sad day. I understand then. They do make allergy shots, but I know you have to take one like every day, and it's like a needle and everything, and I wouldn't want to do that. Except if it was for Chella. If it was for Chella, yes, I would so totally do that. You used to have a turtle? Was it a snapping turtle? Your parents gave you those allergy shots when you were a kid? Nice. Hey. I think really with all of these, we'll just do a blotch on each of them. So we'll just do a little line that we can just dab a bit of glue on each of them. Towards, okay. There we go. Yeah, these diamonds are for the collar bit. So they all go around right here. And then each of them have this little extra little diamond piece. So they're, the collar is going to be the black leather I showed you earlier. And then all of these, after they are plasti dipped and painted, will then be glued to the collar. It helps keep the aesthetic of the whole thing together. Since I use a lot of mixed materials, with this cosplay I'll be using leather, just normal fabric. We'll be doing 3D printed elements and lights, and so, and then foam. And I want to make sure that it's evenly dispersed throughout the cosplay. And so all the elements that are kind of look like this, they all want to be the foam element, where all of the elements that look like something else might be leather. And I try to make my creations for all my costumes to be as accurate to the character as possible. And of course, with certain materials, we'll give you, like for leather, you'll have more of a stiffness, where for foam, you can still have that stiffness, but it doesn't have the weight to it. So if I was to do a full-on foam skirt, it'd be really lightweight. It wouldn't blow in the wind like the leather. And you also couldn't sit and it wouldn't bend properly. So leather I find to be the easiest when it comes to doing like Mercy skirts, or doing like my skirts for Ariel and Tyrael, and a lot of my other ones. Okay, these we're gonna put to the side. And I put all of these out. For some reason, this song makes me think of Dragon Ball Super when they're doing the Universe Tournament of Power. Don't know why, but it does. They're all like, I want to be your friend. Reminds you of a Pokemon song? Huh. I haven't heard it, like, or watched any of the new ones, so I don't know. The diamonds are clingy. Yeah. I like this YouTube station, and it's supposed to be randomized and where you get to vote on what is playing, but it never seems like, it seems like they just play the same stuff. And I like the music, but I think I might start getting a little tired of it soon. But it seems like it's a good mix though. I used to do Pandora, but the problem is everything ended up being like, for watching the stream over again, you wouldn't be able to hear anything because it's all copyrighted. And most of the stuff on this station, except for like maybe 1 or 2 songs, isn't. So it works out. Take my hair down. It's a fluff. Okay, we can attach these now. So I think this one is the one that's right here. And then I'm pretty sure this one's the one that goes in the very center of the back, and then like the wings are here and here. Something like that. Or this one's here. I don't know. Try to put them in the center as much as possible. And I'll have to go back later and kind of sand them a little bit more. Okay, there's all our little diamonds. Yay! So the only other thing that I want to do is, so when you do the X-Acto blade trick where you cut into them and then you use a heat gun to heat it up, sometimes you don't fully get into corners. So I just want to go through and make sure that I got all of those, and then we'll do another heat treat over them to kind of open them up just a teensy bit more. So you can see right here in the tip, it didn't fully go through. So we'll want to change that. It looks so good. Aw, thank you. And I'm like slowly hitting the wall where I'm just like, I'm done with this, toss it out the window. Not really, but like, I'm getting tired. I have a habit of overworking myself, and like, I'll just keep going and working on things, even when I'm tired, and then I get to the point where when I'm tired, I'm like, dead. Or I'll make myself sick sometimes. So I have to be really careful now that I work at home doing this. Of course, my breaks are like, okay, I'm not working on cosplays. I'll go do the dishes, or I'll go do laundry instead. And it's not really technically a break either. It's just another thing that I'm doing. I'm definitely a busy bee. Oh, hiccups. Yeah, this one, I may end up just redoing this one because we did the sanding on it, but I'm just not happy with it. And like these I'm not completely happy with either, but this is closer to what I want, where this one, I don't know. So I'll probably end up cutting that one again. You feel me? You put over 60 hours into a project for school? Oh yeah. Jeez. My phone's about to die. Wow. Okay, so let's do a heat treat over everything real quick. Pizza arrived? Awesome. Enjoy your pizza. We're also opening up the lines just a teensy bit more. But you don't want to do it too much because then you'll start actually warping your foam and burning it. And that's not good. Most of the backs are already done for being heat treated. Panel Cosplay Corpse, waves, good luck. Aw, thank you. My son. Yeah, depending on how much stuff I have on Sunday for the wings, I may try to do a stream, but we'll see. If not, I'll be back on Monday. And tomorrow I'll be going to my old place and finishing up that. Gotta do some stuff there. La, la. It'll be so nice when I'm like done traveling back to my old place. Yeah, opening them up just a tiny bit more is really doing the trick. How many you got to do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 14 of these little diamond thingies. One of them will have to redo it, but these are for the neck collar. Okay. So yeah, here's all the ones that we just did. And then this one will be the one that I redo later. I've decided it. It goes on to this. So here's our collar, and then we'll have, okay, it's this way. That. And this is where I'm gonna sew them right here. And then I have these little extra pieces that then attach there and there. And then these will be here. So it'll be like that. And then this piece will end up coming on the very back, right there in between the wings. So thanks. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So afterwards I'll have the purple fabric that'll come under here as well. It'll be part of here and part of the sleeves, and it'll go into the back and around. But yeah, we did that. We did this today, which is the underboob breast thingy, whatever you call it. And I didn't get to show it up close, so let me move all of these. Keep going that way. So this piece that we worked on earlier that we just finished. Aw, thank you, I appreciate it. And then just to re-show, now that we have our camera back up, I'll show you everything that we showed at the beginning of the stream. So if you were here on the last stream, we did the shoe. Or we worked on the shoe, so this is the finished shoe. You can still do the zipper. Woot! So yay, happy about that. And then the boot cover is this piece, and it's gonna end up being Velcroed onto the shoe. So it'll go something like that. And then last stream we also worked on this hip piece. There's two of them. It just goes right like that. And then the awkward booby looking shoulder pads. And they go on like that. And then I'll be velcroed onto fabric, and then I'll do some type of an elastic band under the arm, since these elements right here, they just kind of float and it's unrealistic, so I want to have it where it actually attaches to the arm and isn't just like this the whole day. So yeah, that's what we did today. I also showed the wing elements at the beginning of the stream, but I'm not gonna get those out again. That'd be a little crazy. So, but I think